there's a lot of things we've got to improve on, but I give this team a lot of credit that when we're getting hit in the face, hit in the mouth a little bit, we are responding. We are stepping up, and it's good to see us, finally figure some things out and get some stops, get some rebounds, get out of transition. We got a hot man like Brett who got going, and we rode him out pretty good. So it was a good team effort. We got a lot of balance as well. Gilchrist, for about 23 minutes, was non-existent. In the last 17 minutes, he was a totally different guy with a double-double. But Marist, give those kids a lot of credit. They're a tough team to play against. They can drive you, they can shoot the three, and they're a mismatch problem. And we're going to see a lot more of that as we continue to play, and hopefully we continue to learn from these experiences and improve on the things that we have to improve on.
Stan, just talk about Victor's performance, particularly in the second half, stepping up and helping you guys really seize control of the game.
Well, I've been bragging on him for a while, and I didn't want to, eat crow, but I think we saw a glimpse of how talented the young man is, and he did step up, and he did it the way that I've been preaching to him is don't just rely. Sometimes he just wants to rely on this long three-point shot. When he starts attacking the rim, that's what makes him a tough player, because now he can hurt you in both directions. And I really like the fact that his teammates were cheering for him, they were helping him get open. It was a great unselfishness out there on our basketball team, and we just rode that wave.
You had a moment there, I think it was about 2 minutes left, where he had the ball on the wing for what would have been an open three if he wanted it, and waited and kind of let the clock run down. And then he found Torland too. So I mean, it wasn't like he was just going to the points tonight either.
Exactly. He did make some really good plays in terms of turning down some opportunities if he wanted to just get numbers, and then creating some plays for his teammates. And that's what I do like about him. He did a lot of different things. He rebounded the ball, he pushed it in transition, he made some passes to his teammates, he posted up, he hit a mid-range shot, he hit some threes. He's got a nice package there, and then when he really wants to defend, he can do that as well.
Stan, it seemed like Nash got more involved in the offense tonight, was a bigger part of things as well.
Yeah, I thought he and Hugh gave us a nice spark off the bench tonight, and we needed it. Hugh, I thought, was the initial guy that got things going with an alley-oop dunk and some defensive plays and some rebounds. And it was good to see Blake come in and knock down some shots, be aggressive with the ball. And I've just been on him about just being able to stay in front of this guy. The more he can do that, he had the 4 fouls, or he would have played a lot more. The more he can just do that, stay with this guy. I think, as you can see, he's a huge help at the point guard spot.
You had promised that this team's a good free throw shooting team, and then after Saturday night to bounce back like you guys did. I mean, just talk about the impact at the line.
Yeah. Well, I think every coach goes through it. You preach how important free throws are, and you shoot them in practice, and when the coach is looking, they shoot them serious, and the coach isn't looking, all of a sudden, guys are talking, and I'm being facetious a little bit, but I know after our last game, there was a seriousness and a focus during every free throw session that we had, during practice. We only had a one-day turnaround, so it's not like, we were there in multiple sessions. So it was good to see the guys step up in that area, and I think Ron was the first guy to get him with Vic. And I think it's contagious. You make your first couple, it's easier for the next guy, and it keeps going. And we had a good free throw shooting night.
Stan, I know playing off campus is kind of a necessary evil this year with the Sun. I just want to ask you about the crowd and whether it surprised you at all.
Well, I told our associate athletic director, he did a phenomenal job of kind of putting together a venue of places we can play at that, as much as in some ways, you want to play on campus, it is a little bit of an inconvenience, but this is not a bad inconvenience to play here. And our goal is to build up some excitement for our fans to come down and see us. Get the folks from the downtown area, from the businesses, from South Tampa, from St. Pete, Clearwater, as well as our USF people, to just come on down here and see some fun, exciting basketball. And tonight was just the start, and we hope to continue to build bigger crowds.